Hello and welcome to Tarot with Tanya. So 7 cards for 7 days, and we are looking at the week of March 25th through the 31st, our very last week of March this year. And we begin with the moon in Libra, and we'll end the week with the moon in Sagittarius. Really appreciate you coming by. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome for the first time. And I'll talk a little bit about some astrology here and then take a look at the cards. I'm using the After Tarot for us today, and then we'll end with an oracle card from the Enchanted Blossoms deck. So with our moon in Libra on Monday the 25th, that is a fairly mellow moon. It likes diplomacy, it likes beauty, it likes for things to be in balance. It cares about the harmony in relationships, people getting along, things like that. What's interesting about that day, though, too, is that we have a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra. So that balance thing is really, really emphasized. And this eclipse occurs, it's connected to the south node. So the south node is where the energy is coming from, and it's heading to the north node. And, they're really essentially kind of imaginary points, have to do with measurements of the moon. But they're powerful, and people can get kind of freaked out about these eclipses. I don't. I think they're interesting, and they can signal changes, give us opportunities. So the opportunity in this one would be to look at how we are relating to people. It could be things like, are we delusional about a relationship? And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be all kinds of relationships. Are we sacrificing ourselves in a relationship? Are we not dealing with the reality of perhaps the way someone's treating us or the way that we're treating someone? So it gives us a good chance to pause, look at that area, see how there might be some changes that would benefit you in that area that Libra rules. So that's our Monday, starting off with a big bang. And then, of course, in a couple of weeks, we have the solar eclipse, and I'll talk more about that when we get there. And that's where we're heading to, and that will be in Aries. So the only other thing this week really then is on Thursday the 28th, when we have Venus sextile Uranus, and the sextile, that's an easy flowing energy. So that could be some kind of a stimulating change in our social lives that day. We might meet some unique people. It's a good chance for us to feel graceful. It's good for blending friendship and love. Maybe can bring in a nice little financial surprise as well. All right, so that's our week astrologically. Let's also take a look at what the cards have to say. And we just have one major, and that seems to have been sort of the theme lately, not a lot of majors. So we're moving through a lot of energies. And we begin with Cups and the number 7. Speaking of delusion, this card can signify that. It can mean that we're very in touch with our dreams, or we're pondering our dreams, or we're just not quite sure what's going on. 7 is the house that is ruled by Libra. It's, the house of partnerships. So it's kind of interesting that this comes up on our Libra moon day and our big eclipse day. So there definitely could be some confusion. I'm not sure what I want right now. 7s often seem to involve choices. and gearing up for an energy to move forward. I connect that through the Chariot. So really look at those different options here. You know, I mean, they're signifying different kinds of things. You can look up a Seven of Cups online, find one that you like, maybe ponder what the different associations might be. There's a sort of victory here. There's somebody behind the veil. There's a kind of tower-like potential. So there's a lot going on. And, you know, I'm going to mention one last thing again, that this is the after tarot. So what are those things that might come after once we make some choices, take some actions, things like that? Good thing to think about that day. On Tuesday, we have the Ten of Swords. This one can scare people. It doesn't scare me, not because I'm so tough, but just because I feel like it signifies the ending of a difficult situation. Here you have someone being carried away, you know, someone fallen, perhaps dead. It's not about death of a person. It's about, like I said, the death of a situation, some old energy moving out, which really could be something that we become more aware of through that eclipse on Monday. It's a mental energy because it's swords. And with the cups energy on Monday, I forgot to mention that that's also an emotional energy. So we move from the emotions to the mental realm, and we stay in that mental on Wednesday with the King of Swords. And you know what's nice about this is that the kings also always represent the highest level of that element. So if it's mental, if it's making decisions, making choices, speaking clearly, being able to assess, to analyze, there's a lot of ability and power in that area on Wednesday. So you can see that the sword is put through the crown. That's an indication of consciousness. Here he's got it anchored down to the ground. So it can be a very anchoring kind of energy, even though we think of it as mental. Then on Thursday, we get that one major that I mentioned for our week, and that is the sun. So really some wonderful illumination. Of course, we're in the sun in Aries now, which is all about the fire, the warmth here in the northern hemisphere, the start of spring and so forth. So there are always happy associations with this card. Illumination, things being positive, feeling good, feeling warm, moving forward. Then on Friday, we have that kind of warmth and initiation energy continuing through the Ace of Wands. Aces are beginnings. They're ones, just like the sun. It's a 19, but 1 and 9, that makes 10. Take away the 0, you're back to your 1. So this is a very similar kind of energy, especially because it's in the fire element, the wands. So here you have what some call, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a hand holding our salamander here, and some people see that as, like, you know, the artist depicting a kind of hand of God. You'll notice that this deck is very much modeled after the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And the salamander is a creature that people often would associate with fire and with rebirthing. So once we get through a couple of, like, maybe a little bit of shake-up days, Monday and Tuesday, it seems like more and more clarity and new starts happen toward the end of the week. When that takes us over to our Saturday, we get the Two of Cups, love. So, you know, we started with that Seven of Cups, a little bit of confusion, maybe some gaslighting on Monday, decisions on what to do. And then by Tuesday, there's a really nice alignment. It can stand for contracts, agreements, obviously love relationships, relationships that are special and equal, a real sense of harmony between two here. And, you know, that certainly fits the Libra as well, that house of relationships. All right, and then when we get to our final day, Sunday for this week, we have the Five of Wands. So we're back to a fiery kind of energy. And I really like this card. In most Five of Wands, you're going to see the people basically sparring, not trying to hurt each other, but everybody has an idea, everybody has a vision, a way of wanting to do something or a way of wanting to see something. And everybody's like, well, my idea is the best. No, my idea is the best, and so forth. Here, they all look a little spent, like they've had the discussion, the contest, whatever, and now are taking a bit of a break. And we have 4 on the ground sitting and then 1 standing. Maybe that one is the one that most people agree works best for the situation. I don't know exactly. But I would look for something like that today. Maybe 5 things compete for your attention, 5 people, 5 situations, 5 ideas. And, you know, do a bit of sorting, a little, you know, perhaps competing, writing lists, drawing diagrams, I don't know, whatever works for you, and seeing what ends up being what seems the best, finding, you know, perhaps the highest vibration middle path. All right, so that's our week. Kind of an interesting one. We've got some fire energy, a couple of wands cards. We have a couple of swords cards and a couple of cups. So not the earthiest, most grounded week, most likely. And I believe that does fit with that eclipse happening in Libra, which is an air sign. And then ending on a fire sign, which, you know, fits with our 5 of Wands for this week. So, and then again, maybe midweek, like Wednesday or so, getting some kind of bigger picture through the King of Swords, some kind of clarity or articulation. So, beloveds, I hope that helps you a lot. I really do. Get a little heads up for the week. You know, look for the main clarity to be happening on Thursday, and then a nice weekend, Friday night, Saturday. Saturday can be very good for some romantic interlude or, you know, just harmony with a friend, a loved one, and then perhaps a little good competition on Sunday. So our oracle card out of Enchanted Blossoms this week turned out to be Appreciation, which is the sunflower for the flower, obviously, and then for our butterfly, the Diana fritillary. So I'll hold this up, give you a visual. Of course, remember, each card has the butterfly part kind of turned into a little dragon-like creature. Very pretty here. And our booklet says, sunflower is a beautiful metaphor for appreciation. It reaches toward the sun and follows its daily trek across the sky. The sunflower seems to cherish the sun and life itself. Native to North America, sunflowers are named for the resemblance of the sun. Their gloriously golden petals stream from their radiant center like sun rays. The sunflower has been domesticated for thousands of years for its seeds and oils. South American tribes worship them as a symbol of their sun god, and they make appearances in many great works of art, most notably Sunflowers by Van Gogh. There is so much about the sunflower to appreciate. Reflect on that which you have a deep adoration for, and in turn, know you are also enjoyed. No matter how small and insignificant you may feel, the universe is thankful for you and wouldn't have created you if it wasn't. There are so many things and people around us to be grateful for, both great and small. Even people we might not be so friendly with will have aspects we can learn from, be inspired by, or otherwise appreciate. As you move through your day, remember to appreciate the small gifts, be they moments or people, that appear around you. Today, recognize and be thankful for the goodness in people, opportunities, and the world. What will you appreciate today? So again, beloveds, wishing you the best week possible. If this resonates for you, please keep it. If it does not, let whatever doesn't go. And if you're so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for a personal reading, you'll find information in the description box and at the end of the video. I'll see you next week.